YouTube, what it do? No, I'm just playing. Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses. Gang, now this video is 10 things I wish I knew about women at the age of 18. Now, if you're a Red Pill content follower, man, these are 10 basic things. If you're a young man or a young woman, man, you are definitely going to find this entertaining and get a lot of information, get a lot of game, as they say now. Just to give you a little backstory, if you don't know, I'm Aaron Moses, gang. And 18 was a very weird stage. High school, I wasn't in high school at 18, actually, but it was just a strange time for me because of high school. I had been running my own business. You know, it was budding. You know what I mean? I was doing illegal things for money. Um, from like 14 to like 23 and a dash, a little sprinkle of 24 and 25. So, anyways, bros, I didn't really interact with females like that. And for whatever reason, I thought that females were more like men than they actually were. And I also thought they were totally different at the same time. I understood that women had emotions and feelings and thoughts and all of that, and they weren't just objects for the most part. But I still didn't have basic knowledge to survive in exactly what I was trying to do. Okay, so now that that's out the way, I was a game goofy, as they call it. So we'll just start with this list, bro. Now, number one, I did not know that attractiveness was not as important for a man as it is for a female for a man, or towards a man, okay? Now, what this means is I didn't know that me just being just a handsome, fly, having money, car driving young gentleman was not equal to a bum with a big booty that didn't have any money. Okay. I didn't know that an attractive man was not equal to an attractive woman. Didn't know that. Okay. So, just to give you one instance, my cousin invited me out with these girls. Okay. And I'm having money. I got the bud. I got my fresh, crispy, white Chicago's Bears jersey on with my favorite Gerbos with the extra crispy straps, with the Timberlands, with the Atlanta hat, just dripping, bro. Just some good 2009 drip. Just doing it. And of course, I'm shining. My facial hair is looking right. I'm smelling good. And my teeth were straight back then because I still just got my braces freshly took off. So now there was a female there with us, and I was supposed to get her right, but she was a bum. She was looking like a bum, bro. She had on baby fat. She had on some $20 jeans. She had on her hair was in that slick ponytail back. She didn't look like nothing to talk about. And I'm sitting back and I'm thinking like, okay, I'm the attractive one. I'm the one with the money in the situation. I'm the one that should be sought after in the situation. And she was still sitting there like, when are you gonna make your move? And I'm thinking, why do I have to make the first move? I'm the one that's fresh. I'm the one that's smelling good. I'm the one with the mana. I look better than you physically in the face. And I was kind of cut up back then. So I did not know that even though I have all this going for myself, I got a job and I'm selling whatever I'm selling, and I'm about to pay for college out of pocket so I can get my family out the hood. And you look like a bum. And I'm the one that for sure has more value in this situation. Physically, mentally, spiritually, I was meditating every day, working out, having money, driving cars. I'm the one with more value in the situation, and you still want me to chase you? You don't even you don't even want to put in a little effort. I was just confused, and I understood at that point. This is different, man. This is different. This is a different world dealing with these people. Now, number two, I appreciate you, Titan, man. I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button since you can't laugh, man. I mean, since you can't breathe. All right. So, nextly, what I did not understand, just me being a nerd, bro. Just me, just being a natural nerd, bro. You cannot convince a woman logically to like you. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that you can't smooth talk a woman and you can't pull out your nursery rhymes and do all of that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about I straight up used to be like, look, now pull out your paper. Let's do the math. Okay, so I'm 18, you're 19. So right now I'm making this amount of money. When I go to college, and then look, I have a car, you don't have a car, and this yes, I live with my grandma, but like, bro, I would feel real just like try to make the numbers match the numbers and mix it, like really just all right, so what you want to do? What you still want to be with that other guy, or you want to be with me now? She's like, nigga, you stupid. I don't want to be with you. You just really pull out a dictionary and try to define this, and then we Googled that, and then you pull out an encyclopedia. You really just tried to logically convince me why to be with you. Dork, nerd. That never worked. I only tried that for real. Like seriously. Like, look, peep this. Come here. Sit down. Now get your crayons. Now get the piece of paper. Okay, look. So boom. How much money do you make? How much money do I make? I just came from here. I just did like really just trying to put the calculations and put all the puzzle pieces together on why this woman should be with me logically. Like, no, nigga, that's not what we do. Uh, third, bro, I didn't know that. How can I put this? I didn't know that being a clown was bad because I was so clueless, bro. I would take any. It's not. I would take any type of information and just run with it. But it's not like I've never seen dudes get at women in my face before. That has happened, but a lot of times I found it kind of creepy in a way, and then the level of boldness I would see. Like I have a cousin named Travis. This is the most. This is the boldest young man. He's still young now. He's still young, and by Japanese standards. In America, not so much. But I have a cousin named Travis Dupree Francois. Even his name, boldness. You got two middle names, nigga, and two. You got a last name, two middle names, and a first name, bro. That's a lot of names, bro. You got to be bold to have two middle names, bro. He would just say the most outrageous things to women and they wouldn't smack him. And I'm just like, why are they not slapping you, bro? But then I was like, all right, I could kind of mix it, but instead of me hiding the fact that I'm too scared to be bold, I just say it as a joke, and I'll be a clown. Why did I do this? Yes, like I said, I was scared, but I think I read it, I heard it on TV. Marilyn Monroe said that if you could get a woman to laugh, you could get her to do anything, and I was like, what? Are you serious? And then it was like a sign from God because I heard it like two more times after that. I was like, oh, okay, okay. I'm not smooth. When I'm trying to be smooth, it comes off a certain way. And then I say something smooth, and then they're like, oh my God. After that, then what? I'm like, after that, and then I'm gonna pull my pants down, and then I don't know, like. So instead, I'll just be clowning, joke after joke after joke after joke. That's not the way, okay? But again, 18, 19, 20ish type of age, not 20. By 20, I was already too cold. It was already, I was like, you know what? If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Very important, bro. When I stopped caring, that was a very important part of my life. But we're just talking about 18. Now next, bro, this is something that was reminded to me by my girlfriend a couple days ago. Now, if you guys don't know, I am a stone cold recovering alcoholic. Shout out to the recovering alcoholics and shout out to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Uh, Sometimes when you stop drinking, bro, you have fluctuations in your mood, your self esteem, and your level of self love. And that particular day, I was a sad panda. Okay, I was not a happy panda. So I was telling my girl about how low of a self esteem I have, and sometimes I don't feel like I can offer the world any value. I was just having a moment, bro. But that's normal for people who just stop drinking, bro. It's normal. Trust me. Uh, and she was like, "Why would you have so low self esteem, Aaron? You're sexy as hell." And I was thinking, I'm not a woman. It doesn't matter if I'm thank you, but it doesn't matter if I'm sexy as hell. Like, I have to be effective, I have to be productive, I have to be constructive, I have to deliver, I have to provide. That's my value as a man. I'm not a woman. I can't just have big stuff in the front, big stuff in the back, and little stuff in the middle, and have cute feet and put on makeup. Like, that's not my life. Now, for a woman, now, which I'm gonna speak on that a little bit. Oh yeah, I'm gonna speak on that next. Perfect. For a woman, you could just be attractive, and that's where you get your self-esteem from. A lot of women, not all, but at the end of the day, I will say there's still things. There are things that I understand too, as much as I can, to an extent. Things like getting their nails done. I don't paint my nails. Why? Because I'm not a female. Shout out to all the males who do paint their nails with the clear. Anything else, you're just strange, bro. And this video is probably not for you, but no, it is. It is. Hit that like button. Um, of getting the nails painted and the makeup, I don't understand why it's so important for you to look beautiful as much because nail paint is not beautiful. That's just something for you to do. You just paid this lady to make your nails on a natural color and then you put them back in your shoes so nobody can see them? That's weird. But it's self care, it makes them feel good. Hey, if you like it, as long as I don't gotta pay for it, I love it. All right. Yeah, I mean, of course, the shoes make the man, and everybody like you feel good when you look good and all of that. But that wears off. When you look good, you feel good, but you can't add any value to the collective. That's it's not just as important for a man to look good because people don't really get that much. Well, I don't know. I'm not. I would imagine that a lot of people don't get that much value and pleasure from talking to a handsome man as opposed to niggas will really smoke up the whole blunt or pour out the whole bottle just so they could say or just so they could be in the presence of a beautiful woman. Don't understand it, bro. I don't. Never have, never will. Just so you could talk to a pretty girl. No, bitch, get away from me. You didn't put on this. What's wrong with you though? All right, so nextly, man, as a man, bro, you can't be like I just said. You can't be a dumb man. And when I say dumb, just somebody who is just a slow learner, incapable of learning, somebody who doesn't know their learning style enough to be able to retain information and regurgitate it, to obtain information, retain information, and regurgitate it. Now, as a woman, bro, you could be dumb, bro. Now, look at Kim Kardashian. I'm not saying that Kim Kardashian is dumb. She's obviously brilliant in her own little special way. But the fact that the world thought that she was a dumbass speaks a lot to the psychology of men and women. You could be I met a lot of dumb women, bro. And I met a lot of dumb women that thought they were smart. I met a lot of smart, intelligent women that just acted dumb. I met a lot of women that were smart and intelligent that deteriorated mentally because they didn't have to use their intelligence because they got a man early and they didn't have to use their brains anymore, bro. You feel me? I'm gonna speak on. I was gonna speak on Julio Folio a little bit earlier. If you want me to speak on that, the topic is pertaining to just to get off topic a little bit. The topic is pertaining to um, Vlad trying to squash beefs on camera, and if he would have did that on the underground off scenes, behind the scenes, he more than likely still wouldn't have squashed it. But I think when Vlad does that, it fuels the fire. Because who's gonna try to squash the beef on camera? Because you look like the weaker one. But back to regular programming. Let me know if you guys are interested in that video and if that's a good angle I should come. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm just saying. All right. So next, for whatever reason, bro, I'm gonna tell you exactly how I was thinking because I was a kid. I thought that addiction would be attractive to the ladies. Now, I was addicted to bud, to green when I was a little kid, when I was like 15 to 20, right? Hardcore because that's what I was selling. So I always had excess and excess. So not actually the addiction itself, but being able to be high on a regular basis. Number one, because to me that was uh like like being a fat dude to me, right? Because you have to have money to be fat. You got to have money to be high every day, all day. So this is me. I don't wear jewelry. I wear the cologne of Kush. That was my whole mentality. Like you see I'm blowing big blunts every day, all day, baby. I got some money in my pocket. What up? That's what I'm thinking. Now, not only that, not only that I have to spend money all the time to get this high and stay this high, but it's this whole bad boy thing, this whole rebellious thing, and the fact that I'm willing to risk going to jail so I could feel good and I could give you all kind of sensations because I'm the embodiment of weed, baby. Like if I'm feeling good, you gonna feel we gonna feel good. You feel me? So that was the whole thing. I just thought like this was a luxurious thing. This is something to behold. Me just being all high every day. You know what I mean? That's definitely what I was thinking. Now, nextly, I did not know that women were so calculative. I didn't know that women thought so deeply on like a snap decision level. Like if I'm high all the time, or if I have a messed up background, or my appearance is speaking to what I could offer you in your future. So if I have on some ripped up jeans and I look like I don't have a job, guess what's gonna be in your future? Joblessness. If I'm fresh and if I'm clean, if I look like I'm going places, guess what's gonna be in your future? Exactly. No, I didn't understand that my actions, me always making these expensive, life changing mistakes, was speaking to the women around me like, nah, this nigga's kind of he's not doing anything that I would want for me or my children in the future. Now, if people thought more like that on a conscious level, of course, we would avoid a lot of mishaps, a lot of mistakes, a lot of misunderstandings. But people really are people a lot people are very present. People are really into understanding what's going to happen right now and not what's going to happen in the future. So a lot of people, number one, think they can change a situation, which you can, but what is it really worth? Is it really worth you investing into changing? Ask yourself that. The next thing that I definitely should have known about women was, bro, women will leave, in the words of Sinful P, women will leave RP. Women will leave Harvard University to go to a community college. Now, what that means exactly is just because you're doing better than the next man does not mean that that female is going to stay with him. I mean, stay with you and go to somebody who's doing worse than you financially, physically, even mentally. Okay? Because women do what they like. More so, like I just said, you can't convince a woman to be with you. Just because it makes more sense for her to be with you, that doesn't necessarily mean that's what she's going to do. Even though it is logically, it's the better thing to do. I will give you an example. I know, just like my cousin Travis, I was telling you about the one with the two middle names. Okay, he had a nickname in the hood. They called him Cadillac. And the reason they called him Cadillac is not because he owned a Cadillac. It's because there was this girl in his neighborhood. fine, bro. I'm talking about she was bad. I'm not gonna go into it, but she was bad, bro. Trust me. She looked like what she looked like. She looked like all the TLC members put together in one body with a Beyonce booty. That's what she looked like. Just use your imagination. Google for all the young kids. Just Google TLC, the members, and just put them all together in one body. Mm. That's what she looked like to me. Anyways, she was fine, but my cousin and me went over to her house one day, and then we kicked it. We walked around, smoked, and then we went back over there like 2 or 3 days later. Her mom answered the door. Her mom was fine too, bro. I think her mom was fine at all. And she came to the door with a robe on. I was like, bro. Anyway, she was like, yeah, Brittany's with her boyfriend right now. And I looked, I was like, Brittany has a boyfriend? He was like, yeah, cuz I didn't tell you about that. He, blah, 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 blah. So, anyways, like a week later, I see my cuz pull up with Brittany. And I got in the car. I was like, bro, I thought, nah, bro, it's good. And then this nigga drove by her house when we were dropping her off in a red Cadillac. Now, why did they call my cousin was driving a 90 something station wagon, bro. And the boyfriend had a clean Cadillac. And Brittany went with my cousin, bro. I don't know exactly why, because I don't know the dude to compare it to give you a good reason. But they called my cousin Cadillac from that day because my cousin was driving a station wagon and took this beautiful woman from this nigga with a Cadillac. That's why they called him that. Now, she probably left my cousin a little bit later because he didn't have that station wagon anymore. I think it broke down or he sold it or something. But she didn't go back to the nigga with the Cadillac. Even with the same thing with my first baby mama, bro. I was living in a small studio in the projects. And she broke up with me to be with some nigga that owned a home. He owned like a 4 3 bedroom house. And then she came back to daddy. But that happens though. They leave sometimes, not in every situation, but a woman will choose community college over a full ride scholarship to Harvard. A lot, bro. So don't think just because you're doing physically better than somebody financially, material wise, that that's gonna stop her from going with that goofy ass nigga, bro. Cause it's not. Trust me, I've seen it. And then me knowing that, I knew. You know what? That's not a good one because I knew that before. That happened before I was 18. Did it? That doesn't matter. Next. Uh oh yeah, bro. With females, bro, you cannot do too much. Now I had a thing that I used to do that psychologists call love bombing, which I didn't even know what that really was until I saw an episode of Law and Order SVU. Man, shout out to Mariska Hargitay. But anyways, I was doing. It wasn't even really that, to be honest with you. But all the gifts and the poems and the taking them out, like, bro, it looks good on TV and movies, but that's not reality, bro. You gotta let things go slowly in a lot of situations in a lot of different ways. A movie here, a flower there, a card there, a compliment, a poem, a 4 page letter, not a 4 page letter. Shout out to Aaliyah, but not all at one time, not consistently. You're gonna burn out, and that's just gonna look weird. And she's gonna be like, "Bro, but do you have any money to pay your bills? Cause I know you only make $13. You work at Kroger's. Like, what are you doing, bro?" And it's just like, would you want that as a man? Probably not. If you do, I mean, that's on you. I don't really like gifts are cool, but if my girl just came in here and she had a pair of shoes and a hat and a hoodie and she cooked, actually that'd be cool to be honest. But I'm also not a female, so if you're watching this, baby, hook it up, Essa. All right, so next, oh, women, as much as progression will go on in this country, especially me living in California, unfortunately, feel like, man, forever I love Atlanta. I miss you, baby. I miss you, Atlanta. as much progression will take place in this world, progression that is masked in place of transgression. As much as we go forward, as many movements happen, as many laws change, and as many rights are gained, um, primal instincts are real. As much as they say they want equality and all of that, which is beautiful. I think feminism is it's beautiful. I don't think it's of the devil. I don't think it's evil. I don't think it's set anybody or anything back, especially not the black community. Um, as much as that's gonna happen, feminism being praised, they still want you to step in front of the bullet if there's an intruder. They still want you to make more money. They still want you to beat somebody up in public if they feel disrespected. They still want you to pay for stuff. They still want you to do manly stuff, take the role, fix things, be dominant in bed, be dominant in life. Whatever happens, if the house is burning down, you're gonna be the one that's responsible for it. You're gonna be the one that's gonna have to know what to do because life is gonna life, bro. So however many laws get changed, and if a female becomes president, and if women learn how to fly before men do, and all these possibilities, primal instincts are gonna still be there. We're still gonna have, I forgot what it's called. We're still gonna have ingrained things that we operate off, and that's just how it is. So this woman could be whatever she wants to be in the world, but at the end of the day, she's still a woman, and you're still a man, and that's how it's gonna be, pretty much. All right, so 12. We got something that's very important, which is the foundation of red pill, bro. We have something called hypergamy, and I wish because I was so confused for so many motherfucking years. I did not know about this, and I should have known about. They should teach this part in school, bro, in biology. Hypergamy. Now, hypergamy pretty much is when a person wants you to be more than them in a specific way. For a woman, hypergamy means they want you to be stronger, faster, smarter, and more financially stable and emotionally stable than them. For a man, hypergamy is a man wants you to be more attractive than he is, okay, physically. Now, all these things would happen in my life and I wouldn't know why. For example, when I was 17 years old and I was working at McDonald's and there was this girl that had this bro, she looked like she was smuggling watermelons in her back pockets. I swear to God, she had a big old booty. And I was spitting my best, the finest 2008 game that I could spit, bro. I was taking my time. I was actually studying her because she was just so fine and she had these big lips. I'm not gonna lie to you, big Georgia lips. But at the end of the day, I proposed what I wanted to do with her, and I did it smooth. I did it like a gentleman. I was actually pretty proud of myself. That was some of my best work. And she said, I don't date guys that work at McDonald's. And I was like, but you work at McDonald's. And she was like, exactly. And I was like, nah, that doesn't make sense. You have to give me a little bit more than exactly, bitch. You can't just say, "Oh, I get it," because you've been working here for 6 weeks and I've been working here for 3 weeks. You probably make a little bit more money than me, right? And she was like, "Nah, I just don't date guys that work at McDonald's." And I was like, "No." Again, see, no, you're missing the. You work at McDonald's, so why wouldn't you date me and we both work at McDonald's? I don't get it. And she was like, I just don't. Just like when I was in high school. See, y'all niggas are nasty out here because we couldn't get play when we were sophomores and juniors because all the 57-year olds, not 57, probably 23, 23-year olds coming to my high school, picking up all the sophomores and all the juniors. And I'm just like, bro, what do you even talk to this nigga about? He's the manager at the Sprint store. My boyfriend just got promoted. He's about to beat it. I'm like, first of all, that's nasty. I should call the police on you and him and tell your mama. But I'm not gonna do that because I'm a player. Why are you? What do you even talk to him about? We could help you. You being with me would be beneficial. We have the same homework. We take the same bus. We are both not adults. Like, this is not illegal. Why do you want to be with this 23-year-old? Because high school guys are so immature, bitch. High school guys, you got balls on the backs of your socks, and I'm immature. What are you talking about? High school guys are so immature. That was an immature statement, man. You don't even know this man. He could be a felon. He could be. He could have just got out of prison. He could have an STD. He could have. Does he have children? Does his parents know about this? It's just, he's like a grown man. He's not like a grown man. He is a grown man. You're getting taken advantage. You know what? I'm gonna let you find out. I'm gonna let you find out in 3 more years when you don't graduate high school because you're pregnant at home with your sprint manager. Nasty. But no, women want men that are better than them, and that was so hard for me to understand because I'm like, all right, so I'm 16 and 17 right now. That means by the time I turn 25, when I'm getting out of college, then what? Do I have to wait till 30 to get somebody that's this age right now? Like, damn. So if I'm 25, I'm just supposed to grind it out till I turn 30? No, that's not what my parents did. They were, and okay. So I'm just in my mind like, what am I supposed to do? And I understood this is when the whole money thing came into play, and I was trying to flex. I did not want to. I didn't want to. You know why I didn't want to wear jewelry? I didn't want to wear jewelry because I was always stealing people's jewelry, and I didn't want people stealing from me. And I didn't know how much jewelry costed because when I would steal people's jewelry, I would sell it to the jewelry stores, and I thought that jewelry was a lot cheaper because I would steal all this jewelry and sell it for $300. And I'm like, "Dang, I can get all. I'm thinking, see, I'm like a teenager. I can get a lot of chains for $300, or I can just get two chains, two nice chains for $300. Take my $300 to the jewelry store. 300? No, dude, this is an $800 chain. I'm like, $800? I just sold this same chain for like, and he's like, yeah, no, you were selling stolen jewelry. Now you're trying to buy clean jewelry. That's not the same thing, bro. You think I'm gonna sell you? No, that's not how it works, bro. You gotta go to a pawn shop. I'm like, I'm not buying pawn shop jewelry, bro. I'm not a crackhead, bro. I came to K because it said every kiss begins with K on the commercials, and I'm trying to get kissed, boy. But anyways, yeah. And the last thing I knew that I learned about females, or something that I knew about women that I wish I knew at 18, was that red flags for women is different from red flags than men. Now, it's not necessarily different, but men don't think as deeply into things because men and women have different problems. Although we are both human beings and we are more alike than not, is what they say. Uh, the same red flags in women, women look at those red flags as red flags for real. So let me give you like a couple examples. Now, for me, if a woman doesn't have any friends, that's not a red flag to me. That's actually a good thing to me. Okay, a lot of different reasons. If a man doesn't have a good relationship with his family outside of his immediate family, that's a red flag to females. I didn't know that because me being the black sheep, of course, like I said again, I'm thinking just having that whole bad boy persona. Like, no, I don't have any. I have a big family, but none of them like me. All I have It's my brothers that I met in the street and that I knew since elementary and middle school, and that's all the family I need, baby. Me, you, and the homies. I don't have friends. All these guys you see me around, they my brothers. She's like, so wait a minute, you got like 200 family members and none of the 200 like you? Okay, no, nigga, you crazy. I'm like, no, I'm not crazy. They just don't understand me, baby. No, you're crazy and get away from me. Like, I wouldn't think that's a red flag if a female has a lot of family and none of her family likes her. Actually, now that I think about it, that wouldn't scare me away though. I would just think that maybe I should think about that. Huh? I'm having issues right there, right now. Okay, so again, nextly, if a female knows that you've never had a girlfriend before, that's a red flag. Unless you've been in the street. And if they know anything about being in the street just a little bit, even the stuff you see on TV, they could understand why a man would not have a girlfriend if they were committed to a street life. Now, if a man finds out that a woman has never had a boyfriend, that's a red flag to an extent, but you could tell when a woman is a hot thotty though. You could tell when she's a flaming hot thotty. Now, is that a red flag for everybody, for every man? No. Because a lot of we're taught, of course, you shouldn't care if a woman has a lot of bodies. Because if you do, that means you're insecure. And a woman could tell you that she doesn't have a lot of bodies, and she could be lying. Bro, you could smell it, bro. It's just, it is what it is, what it is. If you never had a boyfriend, that doesn't mean that you were out here just passing it out like like free lunch. That's not what that means. Like a Chinese food menu, that does not mean that you were doing that. But 9 times out of 10, if you never had a boyfriend and you're 27, that's something you were doing. You were doing something, okay. And if you're a man and you're 27 and you've never had a girlfriend, yeah, that's a red flag to a female. Another red flag, a female is it's okay for them to follow their dreams because eventually a man is gonna swoop them up and pay for all their dreams to be followed. As a man, if you're my age and you're still doing this and you want to be a rapper, that's a red flag, ladies. That's a red flag, Ale. But I have other plans. This is not the only thing that I'm gonna do. This is what I do because it feels good. You know what I'm saying? It feels good and makes me happy. But if this, I mean, I'm gonna just do it. I don't have to get all the numbers, obviously, in the world. I'm not gonna get a loan and go and mess up my credit to get cameras so I can get likes and get little money on YouTube. No, I have a plan for this. I have a plan for my music, and I have a plan to make 6 figures outside of me just rolling the dice, trying to be a YouTuber, trying to be a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Trying to be an entertainer. I just like it. I just like it, and I like looking at myself. I like talking, and I like hearing my voice. But as a man, you following your dreams and putting it all on the table, to do that, it's a red flag to a woman. And for a man, that's not necessarily a red flag to a woman. I mean, to a man for a woman, especially if you have money, because that's what you're supposed to do. If you're I don't want to say all of that, but let's say this: if I was a millionaire and I met my woman right now, and she said she wanted to start her own clothing line, I wouldn't think that was a red flag. I would be happy that she doesn't want to start a construction company or something practical because then she would not be in the home and she would be away from our future children and she wouldn't be able to take care of my personal needs. So, baby, if you want to start a clothing company, if you want to sell your art, guess what? I'm going to get you a whole room, a basement, a attic. I'm going to get you a whole room dedicated to you and your craft and your business and you start that clothing line. If you don't make money, that's okay. If you do make money, that's great. But I do want to sponsor you in your endeavors and what you want to do. And I just want to say this. I was going to make a video about this. I'm not a misogynist, bro. I don't hate women, bro. I am very much against misogyny and misandry. And if you don't know what misandry is, and you're a woman, you're a misandrist. Um, I don't hate women, bro. It's just sometimes I think it's funny to crack jokes. If you don't have a good sense of humor, I mean, it's not for you, bro. The content's not for you because all the things that people get away with saying against black men, saying against men in general, it's not really like a get back thing. But I'm thinking, hey, you could take a joke, and if you can't, like I said, you're not with the gang, so it's okay. But no, there's no women hating over here. If I did hate women, bro, then I wouldn't rap about women in my music. Then I wouldn't have tried to have a daughter or hoped for a daughter with my girlfriend. And my girlfriend is a feminist, or she thinks she's a feminist. She's a feminist until I'm not gonna put all our business out there. Like I told her I wouldn't do that. See, if I hated women, I wouldn't care. I would have just said what I was gonna say. But no, it's not. It's not even like that, bro. You cannot be. You can't hate women and be a straight man at the same time. And I assure you, I'm straighter than straight. Yeah, that sounded good. No, I'm just playing. I am. But no, I don't hate women, bro. I think things are funny and I didn't have the best day. I thought I was gonna do something that I really wanted to do and I didn't get to end up doing it. But anyways, it's not about me, man. I mean it is. But it's really about you guys. It's all about the women out there. And the reason that I put these things out here is for men to be able to appeal to women, for women to be more comfortable in this world, on this earth, on this planet. And if I really hated women, then I wouldn't have made this list. I wouldn't make these videos really teaching dudes how to have a more positive experience with women and how to provide that for a woman. I will be coming out with a video pretty soon, and it's gonna be pretty horrible. And you might think that I dislike women or hate women because of that video, but that's just a disclaimer. I'm probably gonna chop this up and put this as his own video, or I'll just make another one. But no, people who call women names and songs, that doesn't mean they hate women. That just means they know you're going to respond and give them more energy and give them more bigger numbers. And they're not going to get canceled because the guys who authentically hate women are going to support them more. And the guys who have problems with their girlfriends at the time during that day, they're going to listen to that song and feel good and then go back in their house and make love to their girl and think about that song and then not want to play it because they don't actually feel like that because there's a time and a place and a balance and a harmony for everything. So anyways, that's all I gotta say. It's and Moses. I'm the bang, you the bang. We the bang together, man. Life is in the breath. Yes, it is. Breathing in. Peace. Gang.